Hello everybody, my name is Marlo and welcome back to TekTopia. Today's episode is going to be filled with lots of building, at least I think so. I've got many things in mind that I'd like to get to today, but just before we start that, I'm going to give you guys a quick recap in case you missed last episode. So we built some things such as this little mushroomified beetroot farm within the cave there, a 4-person home over there which has a terrible angle right now, it looks a lot better from the other side, and a couple things here and there as well as, oh yeah, forgot about this, we landscaped and kind of decorated this part of the village over here, so I was able to give you guys a bit of an idea of what the whole thing would look like when it's done. So yeah, this is a pretty area and it's entirely complete, but we also had a rather easy necromancer fight last episode. Basically, it did not go according to plan, and we ended up fighting one that was not the same level as our village, so I still feel kind of bad about that, so today I'm going to keep an eye out for another one spawning in, and yeah, hopefully I will be recording at the time that that happens. Anyway, we are going to get right on with the building now, and I think we're actually going to start off with what is most likely in the thumbnail, which is another smithy. I don't particularly need one, but I would kind of like one because last episode we also hired a bunch of miners, so there's like a million iron ingots just like lying around in the storage room, so it can't really hurt. And we've had this bit of open land over here that I've sort of been waiting to build a large building on. And the blacksmith that I've designed is actually rather big, so yeah, this should fill up quite nicely. Just hold on right there, we are not going to be building the smithy just yet because as you can see in the bottom left corner here, a necromancer is approaching our village, which is kind of annoying really because I sat around waiting for 3 hours nearly last episode for one to spawn, and I've been locked in for about 10 minutes now and one is, yeah, coming to kill us all as soon as I try and start building, so I guess let's go fight this thing. It's going to be red level, so a lot harder than last time, so I'm a little scared, but kind of excited at the same time. So where is he? I have no idea. The guards were running, but in this direction maybe? One just started sprinting over there. I would like to try find him before the guards do, because I might have to step in this time to help kill him. Okay, he's not over here. He's not on the bridge like I spawned him last episode. Oh, my heart is racing. I don't know why. I haven't done a backup in quite some time, so hopefully he doesn't, like, murder everybody. That would be honestly quite terrible. Thankfully it's nighttime, so all the villagers are away. Sleeping. Oh, goodness. Okay, where is he? It did say he spawned. You know, I will come back when I find him. This is strange. I've been walking around for a good couple minutes now and still nothing. So unless he's spawned like over that mountain there, because behind is actually part of the village still technically, like within the boundaries. I have got the message, see, as well as a lot of other damages from zombies. I don't know where he is. If I really can't find him, I'm going to hop into spectator mode and just sort of have a look around to see if he's stuck somewhere, and maybe help him out a bit. So yeah, I don't know, let's actually just do that really quickly. Game mode 3, so there's a village border. I don't know if he works the same way as nomads do, where he will spawn in like the corner of the villages. Yep, there he is. Okay, I guess I will just watch until he gets nearby. He's still a ways off, but he has spawned, and is he red? I might not be able to tell. Yep, no, I would say that is red. Even I can tell that. Okay, I'm a little scared. I'm not gonna lie. Look at all the wither skeletons. Maybe what I can do is sort of grab his attention and run. Oh, let's just do it. Hope for the best. Oh, a husk has spawned right in front of me. Here we go. Run away. Hopefully you saw me. Did you? Oh yeah, he's doing his withering or necromancing circles of death. Oh, well, this isn't just half terrifying, is it? Alright, down we go. They keep stopping following me, so I think what I'm going to do is actually just sort of pick off his minions so I can try and maybe grab just a necromancer's attention and solely sort of bring him over. Oh, times like this I wish I had a computer that didn't lag. Please die. Alright, is he following? Where are you? Necromancer, come on. He should be following them, or at least somewhat behind them. Guards, you know, I'm the mayor of this village. You should be protecting me. Instead, you're just letting me do all the hard work. This is, again, a rather disappointing necromancer fight. I wish he had spawned in a different corner, a little closer to civilization. Okay, he appears to have just stopped spawning stuff and instead is trying to kill me with his magical death circles. Villagers, I would run for your life, please. Thank you. Hopefully the guards are now alerted now that someone got scared. But I don't know if I, like, killed all of his minions and have, like, drained his power or something. That could potentially be a thing. Really? Walking right through the... There we go. Okay. Come on, guards. You can do it. I'm gonna... Ah. Oh my goodness, okay. Maybe one day we will have a fight that isn't a complete disappointment. Well, at least it was a fight for me. I had a good time, but the guards didn't really get much of a test. Oh, that was interesting. Anyway, on with the smithy. I'm beginning to think I was doing something wrong last episode whilst waiting on the necromancer to show up. I have no idea what it could possibly be, but it just seems so unlikely that he would spawn that fast this time round. Who really knows, and it was only just to be another letdown of a battle. Maybe sometime in the future we'll get a good fight, but probably not, knowing my track record. Anyway, the blacksmith. I'm actually really quite happy with how this building turned out. It's basically just a smaller version of the other smithy we have, except there's no two-person home on the top. I think we're actually going to put a two-person home on the inside. But whilst that all gets built in the background, I would actually like to mention the potential of a world download. So I said about last episode we're actually nearing the end of this village. There's probably only like a few more episodes next, and the plan, in case you missed it, is to just move somewhere else in the world and start fresh, make a new village and potentially connect them up with pathways as long as they're not too far between each other. But I had a comment some time ago, I'm not sure who it's from, I'm sorry. I don't even know what episode it was in, but they asked for a world download. And I thought maybe if you guys would be interested, I could do like a world download after every village we do. If you guys would be interested in walking around, don't worry if not, I won't be offended. It's just so if I know whether to like put aside a world download before I carry on going on ahead with the next village. So yeah, let me know if that's something you would be interested in. I have no idea how to do it, but hopefully I can figure it out. So there we go, the smithy is now complete. I've done the interior and everything, so yeah, let me go show you what I've done. I haven't got the tokens in place just yet, we will go do that afterwards, but yeah, let me show you around. So I already kind of showed you the outside, but I will do it again just in case there wasn't a very good view. So we've got enough workbenches out here for 3 blacksmiths, which is quite helpful I suppose. Just some storage and a cauldron filled with water for... What is it? I think it's called quenching. I don't know much about blacksmithing, believe it or not. But like when the tool's being forged and hit on the anvil and then they like quench it in between. Like there's a whole circuit that goes around. I don't really know, but we've got a very small detail under here of mossy cobblestone. I do love my small details that no one would notice other than myself. And yeah, of course a big old forge. And as it's all under the roof here, it still counts as part of the building, which is... Yeah, I do quite like that feature. It's very cool. Allows for little open stuff like this, which I like. Inside here, we've just got some furnaces. When I say some, I mean a lot. Probably overkill. And then through here is actually where I was going to put the 2-person home that I said about. Instead, I decided to put it upstairs, and I made a lobby here in replace with a big staircase in the middle, which makes it feel very cozy but kind of cramped at the same time. So fingers crossed the villagers should walk up this staircase and into their room. And now this room, I was actually able to decorate more so than I do with other ones usually, because there's not usually this much room for a two-person home. So I was able to put some stuff like carpets and logs with trapdoors in the corner and armor stands and chests all around and make... Oh, I have become the armor stand, and just making it feel a bit more cozy in here and comforting, I guess. But yeah, I do quite like this room, and my favorite part about it is the view out of this window. You can walk right up to it and, yeah, get a great view of the village. I think I like it so much because it's only got in shot what's actually complete. Hence why, yeah, I've probably just stayed here for quite a while, just staring, watching the villagers do their chores and go to work, and yeah. Anyway, that's enough daydreaming. Let's go buy the tokens. And thank you very much. That was the cheap one we needed to buy. Now for the slightly more expensive version of, or not version, more token of the Smithy. This is, yeah, quite pricey, but it doesn't really matter. I've got nothing else to spend emeralds on anyway. So there is the Smithy icon. If it will glow, there we are. I'm not really sure what happens when there's two smithies and only two blacksmiths. Maybe they'll share the buildings for now until we spawn some more children in. But yeah, let's go put the two-person home in, which should make the beds green, hopefully. Nope, yellow, of course. I kind of forgot about that. They need to become claimed first, so somebody is inside the building. Who is that downstairs? A blacksmith, I would imagine. Okay, no, I'm just hearing things. Never mind. Could have swore I heard a door open. Anyway, let's go spawn these two children, which I just realized we can do upstairs. At least I think we can do it on yellow beds. Pretty sure I've done that before. So, yeah, we've got space for them. I'm going to make these two blacksmiths when they're grown up. We have Bray, Bass, nice. I don't know which one you are. And we got a Dell. We already have a Dell. Somewhere. I think that's our butcher, maybe? Dell... The name is slipping me. I don't know. But yeah, two Dells and one Bray. Wait, hang on. You two are... Oh, you're siblings. Oh, that's cool. Why, how did that take me that long to notice? Wow. I am disappointed at my noticing skills. That's cool. Yeah, right. Sweet. It's getting quite late. You're gonna have to forgive my stupidity. I am rather tired. I should probably go to bed. But there is just one last thing I'd like to do before I do so and hit the hay IRL, is actually make a jail, which was a suggestion from Red Panda Gaming. He also suggested a graveyard, but we haven't had any villagers die on us just yet, so I might wait until that happens. Hopefully it doesn't. I mean, we can still build one anyway, I guess. We have had those 5 chickens starve on us, which I guess could be buried in the graveyard. Hello, I do not know what your name was. Jalen, maybe? Anyway, I'm getting distracted. I'm thinking I'm going to do it by the barracks here, which was actually part of the suggestion from Red Panda Gaming. But I think what I'm going to do is sort of just bring this wall down a bit and build it into the wall. So, yeah, hopefully I can figure something out and make it look half decent. Not the most of complex things, but I would say that looks pretty good. I've only done a single cell because I didn't want to build like a whole big jail with loads of cells in and take up a bunch of room for something that cannot be used. But yeah, I'm happy with it. So let this be a message to you villagers. There's no one even here for me to threaten. I will chuck you in the cell. Well, actually, I'll get the guards to do it. But inside we've just got a chair for them to sit on, because I mean that's just inhumane not allowing them to sit on these tiny little chairs, and then a toilet in the ground which we can step into if we so desire. Our legs are now soaked in God knows what, and a surprisingly comfy looking bed. Like, I would not mind sleeping on that. So yeah, just a cool little thing kind of tucked away behind everything. So thank you Red Panda Gaming for that suggestion. I just want to do one last thing before I call it a night, which is actually another one of your guys' suggestions. This one coming from Surface Healer 63, who said we should build some stables, which is a great idea. I'd love some stables. The only issue is I don't currently know where I'm going to put them. It's the next morning now, and as you can probably tell, I sound a little bit more with it today. Not quite as tired as I was last night. I did end up managing to finish the stable build, however. I found a nice little spot for it up on the mountain here, which is awfully close to the village boundaries, but that doesn't matter at all with this type of build because it's purely cosmetic. The villagers won't be interacting with it at all. I could even build it outside of the boundaries if I wanted to. Not that I would, otherwise the village would be pretty massive, I would imagine, if I kept going forever. But yeah, if you haven't caught on already, I'm just trying to do a few, as I said, cosmetic builds that don't have any purpose in the village. They're purely there to sort of fill gaps and make it look a bit more full up, I guess. So you're welcome to suggest more ideas for those type of builds, but I may have already done all that by the time this episode comes out and I see your comments. But if you would still like to, feel free to drop them down below, and then other people can read them and you might inspire them if they are also building a village. Come along then, horsey, in the stables you go. As you can see, I have already got Ace in place, and this guy's name is TomTom. TomTom is actually the horse. Well, this guy looks kind of similar to the horse that I rode whilst I was horse riding in Canada. Ace is just the one that ran up to me and was very excited. So yeah, TomTom and Ace. Cool. What we got to do now is actually go and find the two children that hopefully should have by now grown up into nitwits, so we can give them the 2 blacksmith's tokens so that we can start making a bunch more tools, armor, and weapons that we don't really need. You know, it's funny, with the stage we're at with our village at the moment, we don't really need to increase production of anything really, because we have enough emeralds. Let me just show you here. Like, I have plenty of emeralds, and the only reason you would get more of any specific item is to get more emeralds, so you can have more buildings to make more emeralds. So when you already have all of that, there's no real reason to do it other than just to increase the immersion, I guess. Like, I'm not gonna not make the buildings usable by the villagers. It's like the coolest part of this mod. It's what it is all about. But yeah, we're kind of at that stage now where anything I do isn't really needed. There's the other one. We're just sort of doing it because we can. So let's go give you a token, go pick up some iron, and yeah, get blacksmithing away. All 4 of our blacksmiths have just walked into the tiny little smithy. As you can see, there's one just came out, there's another, and the other 2 are in here. So I guess they just hate the new massive building that I've done for them, with the huge outside part with plenty of room for maneuvers. So yeah, thanks guys, really appreciate that. Anyway, we are going to get straight back into the building here, and this one is actually more of an improvement as opposed to a whole new build. So a few episodes ago I asked you guys if there was anything other than just a merchant stool that we should build for the merchant stool, if that makes sense. So this is actually another suggestion from Surface Healer, and they said we should build a wagon of sorts, which I think is a great idea. The merchant can come in on, or not on horseback I guess, but in like a carriage, gypsy wagon type of thing. I don't know, I still have to come up with a design, but I think as long as I can make it small enough and fit in this gap, this is where I'm gonna put it. I really struggled at coming up with a wagon design by myself. Everything I did just kind of seemed to look a little strange and not right. So in the end, I ended up being quite heavily influenced by a Google image search. So I found the video, it's from the Mythical Sausage, so I will leave his link in the description as long as I remember. I could forget, and I'm really sorry if I do, but if not, just type in the Mythical Sausage wagon or type in Minecraft wagon, and it's like the second Google image search. But anyway, this is what I've done. It's not actually that similar to, like, it's not an exact copy of his design. It's more so just the shape that I've nabbed because I could not come up with the shape basically and make it look not horribly ugly. So it's really not that difficult. I don't know why I struggled with it so much, but anyway, this is what we've got going on. We've got the wheels here, very square. I imagine that is quite a bumpy ride. This is meant to be like tying the cloth that's over the top of it down. And then at the back here is where you can hop up into where all the storage is, just some chests and note blocks meant to be crates, you know, that good old trick. And then a chair out front with some horses who are currently not in their proper positions and are misbehaving. But anyway, I do have the merchant stool icon in here, so my hopes are that when the merchant does in fact come into town, he will hop up like I did here and then just sort of wait around inside here all day. So yeah, I guess we'll just wait on his arrival and see if he actually does that. Okay, the sun is currently setting, so I'm not really sure why the merchant is coming into town right now, but he is nonetheless, so let's see what he does. I am very intrigued as to whether he's going to actually go inside or just stand outside around about here. No, he's not. Okay, are you going to hop up? He's trying to hop up. He hopped up! He hopped up! He's in the wagon! I don't believe it. I really did not think that would work. I thought he would sort of just wait around there, like just on that block all day, but no. He's gone in the wagon. Oh, this is so cool. Merchant, you are welcome for this lovely new home. Yes. Good job. Now that we have our wagon over there, I suppose we don't really need the merchant stall anymore, which is actually quite sad because I do like how this looks, but yeah, there's just no real need for this to be here anymore, so I'm gonna take it down. I probably should have grabbed some shears to do that, but whilst I was breaking all of that wool very slowly, I did have an idea of something else we could make in the village, and we've got a few minutes left in this episode, so why don't we just go ahead and do it? My idea was to actually build a brewery. I really struggle to say that word sometimes. Now there is no token for said building, so obviously the villagers won't be able to use this. It's purely cosmetic again. I don't think they even could if they wanted to. The bottom floor is about 4 blocks in total, so I think it would be just a little bit cramped. But we had this nice little spot between the smithy we just built and one of the taverns, so I felt like it made sense to have a brewery. So that's what we've done. I did actually mess up the build halfway through. I meant to build a barrel on one side and just completely forgot about it. So yeah, had to do a little bit of a switcheroo, but I would say this is quite a nice little addition to the village. There he is, ready for a days of trading. Not that I really even bother with him anymore, but yeah, still kind of cool seeing him in there every single day. So yeah, let me show you the brewery a bit more finished and the interior done. I did add these 2 barrels on the outside. Now, the reason this barrel looks so horrible is because it's meant to be this barrel like flipped up the other way, and I couldn't have it the right length, so it looks like a short stubby version of that. Yeah, I don't know, it's the best I could do, leave me alone. But these look really cool. I got these off Google image search because I didn't want to mess up a barrel design. It had to look good if I was going to do it. I think it's pretty much the same. There was maybe something else instead of the stone button. I've just done that. Whoops. Okay, heading inside, as I said in the time-lapse, there is virtually no room on the bottom floor, as you can see, which is why it's just a staircase going up to the top floor. And I have no idea how a brewery works, how any sort of alcoholic beverage is made, so I've just sort of placed in a bunch of random stuff and hope that it makes somewhat of sense, even though I know it makes 0 sense. But there we go. This is what you're meant to put the beer into, and then it will funnel out into the barrel. You can't really get a good view from here. You saw it from the outside. And then once it would be full up, you know, they'd turn the barrel over. It would somehow become non-stubby and fat and turn into one of these things. So yeah, a nice little building. I think it's quite cool. But yes, guys, I think I'm actually going to end it off here. I don't really know what length the episode is at the moment. I think I've managed to finish it at a reasonable time. But yes, thank you guys for watching this episode. I really hope you did enjoy it, and I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.